Hi, happy Crimson Tuesday. Ambrosine, Evil Tentacle, happy Crimson Tuesday to you. Foggage Green as well, Mousimus. Yeah, Foggage Green Tuesday sneaks up on you. It sneaks up on me too. It's nearly April, and I hate it. I hate that it's April nearly. Um, you know how I feel about this. I mean, April's the fourth month of the year. That's pretty much half over, right? It's very upsetting. That person 122. Hello, hello. Happy Crimson Tuesday as well to you. Um, yeah, tonight. Goman Sama as well. Hi, happy Crimson Tuesday. Tonight is going to be a dance stream where we have Dan, which is really, really awesome. I say that now, but yeah, I mean, as far as I know, that Dan will be making an appearance sometime tonight, maybe even a little bit earlier. We'll see. But in the meantime, we are going to do the usual. We're going to do a bit of pixel art. I'll give you a dev update, show you the cross stitch, show you a painting actually as well that I don't think I ever showed on stream before. Although I did show it on Fractalmind Mike's stream. Oh, HC Willard, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, so. First things first, I suppose. Yeah, speaking of Fractalmind Mike's stream, I was a guest on Fractalmind Mike's live stream. That was last Friday. For Easterners, for people in Eastern time zone like myself, it was 9 o'clock in the morning, bright and early on Friday morning, and we talked for more than 3 hours. It was a really fantastic conversation. And let's see here. I've got a link there to not only to that video, the VOD that Mike did put up, but also Fractalmind Mike's Twitch channel. If you love retro games, he's a fantastic streamer. He's got a wonderful collection, and he plays all kinds of stuff. I heartily recommend. He even played the Crimson Diamond demo way back when, and I did also have to get up in the morning for that as well. Yeah, the time zone difference is pretty gnarly between the two of us. Fractalmind Mike, for him, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning by the time we ended off, and for me it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And yeah, but we made it work, and I think it was really a good conversation. I showed a bunch of stuff, a lot of stuff that you guys have might already seen before, some illustration work from my previous life, some big boxes, and yeah, a bunch of other stuff. Oh, Goman-san, I'm glad you liked the discussion. Giselle, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Jess, yes, speaking of, yes, your neck of the woods. Yes, Fractalmind Mike, fantastic streamer. Definitely recommend it. Jess, I hope you're doing well. And I actually, Jess, I showed off the agate that you gave me from Northern Territories, which it's a very special piece for me, and I can't thank you enough for that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a wonderful piece. I have it on my dresser and I look at it all the time. And what else? Okay, so that's Fractalmind Mike, so I definitely recommend. He also has other chats with other game developers, other streamers. He put out just recently a really excellent video about how much he loves The Colonel's Bequest, which is another thing we have in common. And I definitely recommend you check that out. I did watch it maybe over the past few days, and it's really good. It really is. What I think Fractalmind Mike and I talked about on this stream, that the link is, we talked about how he didn't actually play The Colonel's Bequest until when he was a kid. He played it like fairly recently, and it still hooked him. And I would say on during that conversation that I'm so happy to hear whenever somebody comes upon one of the older adventure games, particularly one like The Colonel's Bequest, which is for me such a big influence, and there's still something special about it even after all this time and all the other games that have come after it. It kind of validates those feelings. It's not just nostalgia. There is something special there, and yeah, that was part of the conversation. Like I said, it was more than 3 hours, and we covered a lot of stuff. We could have talked more too. Okay, next. Another thing I do want to talk about is something that's coming up, actually, and that is Adventure Game Hotspot. I'm going to be a guest on the Adventure Game Hotspot. I guess it's like a podcast, but also it's like a visual thing. So they're on their YouTube, which you will see the link to in Nightbot just now. If you subscribe to the Adventure Game Hotspot YouTube channel, they're another great channel that talks to game developers, adventure game developers, and I'm not sure. We're going to be either streaming or recording it on Thursday, and I'm not sure when it will come out. But if you do subscribe to their channel, then that means you'll probably not miss it. That'll be another thing that'll be coming out sometime. I'm not sure how long it takes for them to bring the stuff out after it's been recorded, but yeah, that'll be something else to look forward to. Yes, Focus Green pre-stalgia. I like pre-stalgia. Yeah. Good chats, good chats. So yeah, there's been a few conversations. I really I'm looking forward to that conversation as well. And yeah, that I don't actually have a lot to talk about besides the Fractal Mind Mike video, the Adventure Game Hotspot thing. Of course, I can talk about developer update. Eating Waith is, I'm not sure if Eating Waith is here yet, but if we need to, I don't mind repeating the developer update for anybody who comes in a bit later. There's not really a lot to report anyway. It's going well. Well, could always be going better. Everything could always be going faster, but I am pretty much finished. I did a new room for the new chapter, which was fun because that hasn't happened in a while. Besides being on stream and doing new stuff with you guys, I got to do a new room and it's pretty much finished. I just have to apply dithers and stuff to it. I haven't done that aspect of it yet, and that'll hopefully really make it come alive. And yeah, that's chapter 6 progress, which is kind of nice. And I have been getting feedback about not just the beta but the demo, and I have to go back and fix a ton of stuff, which is good / bad news. Of course, I'm always glad to know when something isn't working well, but I wish of course it was perfect the first time, which of course is impossible. Next I will show a couple things. I'll turn off the chroma key, and then I can show a couple things, then we'll move right into Photoshop until Dan is ready, really. That's all I got for you guys. Oh yeah, speaking of, I guess next week will be an art stream, and yeah, I was contemplating Mortville Manor, my current Let's Play, and I realized that that scary looking statue that sliced me open, yeah, there is like a chest of armor thingy that that is an inventory item, so I'm wondering if I wear that, then I'll be protected against the slashing sword. Yeah, but I will obtain a walkthrough for Mortville Manor just in case, but there are a few things I do want to try, because there's that coat of arms in the dining room that has the ring and the candle and the goblet thingy and the armor, and I probably should just bring all those items to that statue thing and maybe that'll do something. I don't know, but we'll probably get to a walkthrough next week with Mortville Manor. It's a long time coming. Okay, okay, filters. Let's turn off the chroma key. Okay. Deluxe Tux, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Pascal Broseph, happy Crimson Tuesday. Maybe it's a grail. I don't know, Pascal Broseph. Oh yeah. Jess, yeah, it was there's an evil statue that slices you open, and your intestines spill out and everything. Well, we don't see it because it's third-person view, which is probably for the best. But anyway, cross-stitch progress. There we go. We can see Corvus is starting to get in there a bit. And you can actually see some of that black cross-stitching, which is it's really hard to do when you don't have really good lighting, because of course this is black Ida cloth, and sometimes I miss a stitch here or there or a half stitch. But yeah, that's coming along. Pascal Bros used Thingy as an adjective to your big fan. Thingy! Of course, Thingy is not something you can write, you can parse in the Crimson Diamond. Yeah, I really like, Jess, I really like this black Ida cloth. It really, it does make it stand out, and it's more like a computer monitor that way. But yeah, I actually, on the Fractal Mind Mike stream, I showed some old work, and I actually showed this painting, and I don't know if I've showed this painting to you guys before on stream, but this is something I did, back in college. What year was this? I don't remember what year this was. But anyway, back in college, I made this painting. I don't paint a lot, and I haven't painted much since, but here we go. Oh, Pixel Turkey, thank you so much for the sub. Wonderful, wonderful. Very, very, very much appreciated. Okay, so here's this still life. So this was actually a still life that was set up at school. And you can see how bad this ellipses is for this cup thing. Very bad. Very not good of an ellipses. But there we go. TV Prime, good to see you. Good evening. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Pesco Person. Ooh, the glass thingy looks nice. Yeah, it's you know. it's okay. It's definitely okay. That person went to this brings back memories. You had to paint still life too. I enjoy painting still life. It's definitely a super good learning experience. But yeah, I mean, this is acrylic, Goemon-sama. Yeah, just acrylic. And yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, I'm more of like a like a linear, like a drawer, not a painter. You know, like I like outline stuff and then I color the lines in pretty much. But yeah, that's a piece I did show, among others, on the Fractal Mind Mike stream. Let's turn back on the chroma key, and then we're gonna get down to it. Oh, missed opportunity for another freeze to be sliced open deluxe text. I suppose, but I mean that's the one everyone was working on. But yeah, that. Oh, hats off to you. What that person went to too has redeemed hats off. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Let's see here. I've been wearing a lot of the Dan hat because we've had Dan on for a while, but I will wear a new one. Oh, whoops. Okay. Alright. Hat time. This could actually kind of be an EGA hat if you really think about it. Because, you know, it's the gray and the black and the white. Hold on. Hold on, that's not turned quite right, is it? I want the patterny side at the front. Okay. Okay, 10-minute timer for hats off. Thank you, that person 122 for the redemption. Have you ever seen the documentary Tim's Vermeer? I can't remember, but I do know what that one's about. It's about a guy who's never painted before, who analyzes Vermeer and then reproduces it, like, pretty much exactly. I can't remember if I've seen that or not. But if not, if I have, I recommend it heartily. And if I haven't, it's probably still a good recommendation. Okie dokie. Edenwith, okay, you unfortunately had meetings at the time you weren't able to attend last Friday. Excited to hear about work on the new room. Edenwith, were you just here for the update? If you were not here for the dev update, I have no problem with repeating it. Thank you. I like a hat. I like hats in general. I think I tend to favor hats. I don't really wear them that much, but I have a few. You guys know I have a few. Instincts say that calling that gray, black, white thing EGA is kind of a stretch, albeit technically correct. It is technically correct. I actually think this lipstick's a pretty good magenta. In EGA as well. So maybe I'm an EGA person today. Okay. Another fun thing is, I actually didn't show this on the Fractal Mind Mike stream, but it's something I was kind of wanting to. This is my diamond necklace. I do have diamonds. I had to have diamonds just for my gem collection, my mineralogy collection, because they are a fascinating gem with very interesting physical properties. But yeah, this is a strand of, you can see, extremely tiny chip diamonds. And I can't even believe they were able to put holes in these. That's how tiny. I had to find a really fine gauge wire to thread these on, because they are super duper small. And they weren't even the smallest ones I could have bought. It's really staggering. But anyway, I do have this is my diamond necklace. And I like that it doesn't really even look like a diamond necklace. But I'm sure I could scratch something up pretty well if I wanted to. Yes, Foggage Green technically is the best sort of correct. Yeah. This lipstick color actually is weird because in certain lighting it looks really bizarre. In fact, when I was upstairs just putting this on, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if that's gonna look good with this lighting, but actually, thankfully, it looks fine with this lighting. Yeah, and actually, Deluxe Stocks, in previous versions of the Crimson Gazette, I have shown what these diamonds look like under a loupe. In fact, I might even have that somewhere on the show and tell. Hold on, let me go back to show and tell. Let's see if I didn't already erase that. I'm just gonna. You can take a look at this Fractal Mind Mike graphic again, which he made, and he actually has some graphic design experience, which we also did talk about. And you can check out the video where we talked there. But I'm gonna quickly look if I even have the diamond stuff still like tucked away in this scene. I probably don't. Okay, I don't think I do, but yeah, I have somewhere in the dev blog. I have somewhere in the dev blog, if you scroll all the way down, because it's just one scroll, you will see through my loop how beautiful the diamonds actually are up close. Okay. Too bad they aren't crimson. Okay, you did hear it. Well, okay, you did hear the update, the dev update. Eating with. Okay, great. Okay, last thing before we get really down to work is I'm going to introduce myself and I'm going to show the demo. I'm going to show the trailer for the game. Welcome to Crimson Tuesday. We do this pretty much every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes it's an art stream, in which case I'll be doing art, of course, I guess, with Photoshop, and occasionally it's a music stream, and that's what we're going to have tonight, which is wonderful because Dan can't always be here, and he can't be here every other Tuesday either, but when he is, we're really grateful to have him. And I am making the Crimson Diamond, which is an EGA text parser mystery adventure game, and it is set in northern Canada. It's set in northern Ontario, and it's about a young lady who's being keyed out, but she's really into minerals, which, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why, and the reason is I also really like minerals. But she gets sent up north on assignment to investigate a claim of diamonds in the abandoned town of Crimson, Ontario, which was a garnet mining town before it went bust. And you play Nancy, and you get to listen in on conversations and solve, hopefully, some mysteries. Hopefully. But yeah, it's been in development for a while. I'm actually working on chapter 6 of 7 right now, which is the last gameplay chapter. It doesn't have as much content as any of the other chapters, really, so it's not going to take me as long in theory. But you know how that goes. But I'm hoping and I'm aiming for a 2023 release. Haha. There's always there seems to be something that just gets in the way, but I get closer. Every day is a step closer. All right, catching up on. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on chat. I'm gonna play the trailer, and then we're gonna get into Photoshop. Here we go. Here we go.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Oh, I didn't even turn the mic off, huh? Hope you didn't hear me, drinking tea too loudly. Okay, great. Pascal Brozov says there's actually lipstick printers now where you can insert, pick a color, and it squirts out from the base colors to produce the pigment you pick. Woo! You can even take a snapshot with your phone and it'll try to mimic the color. Nice. Nice. That's really cool. Huh. Alright, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the Photoshop time. The Photoshop portion of the evening. Okay. Here is where we left off a while back. I will give the progress so far. Here's what this room looks like in the demo currently. There we go. And then we then really shifted stuff around here. And yeah, yell if you either don't see Photoshop, can't hear me, or can't hear music. That's that one. And the next step was just shifting stuff around here. Shifting more stuff around slightly. And then just working on that shelving unit as well. Okay, good. Pascal. Okay, confirm. Hear music, see Photoshop, hear you. Fantastic. Deluxe Tux, you would call that lipstick thing a pigment of your imagination. They actually had one for foundation, which is like face makeup, skin makeup. They had something like that where it would take a photo of your skin and then custom blend your exact shade. And I don't know if they still do that or not. All right. Actually, I'm finding that this yellow the yellow quick dither is kind of in my way, so I'm gonna remove that for now. Hopefully, I'll remember that it was something. Oh, Jess, you like how big the globe is? I like a big globe, massive, massive, massive globe. The glob. I like the glob. I like the glob too. Okay. And right now, yeah, what I'm doing right now is, for the most part, just trying to fiddle with the angles of these shelves ever so subtly. And I think I'm getting too into that. Because, like I said, everything will be hopefully covered in a fine layer of clutter, and none of this will be too super important. But even still, I feel like these two angles aren't really working for me. Oh, nice. You used to sell cosmetics sometimes when you worked retail. We had something like that. Yeah, Prescriptives, I believe it was called, the company. Deluxe Tux. I don't know if that's still a thing. I was good at selling makeup and shoes and housewares to little old ladies. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, department stores, that's another thing that seems to be falling by the wayside. At least here in Canada, we're actually closing our Nordstroms here in Canada, and it was only here for like I don't know how long they were here, but yeah, they tried having some Nordstroms, and then it's not working out, I guess, unfortunately, because I did like the Nordstroms. But then again, ever since COVID, I haven't really been out anyway, and that might be part of the problem. Is people just aren't out as much. At least I'm not out as much. There's something going on here that I don't... This has to be more down? Right, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I might leave it as is for now. Yeah, I can't complain about that. But now, even still right now, the angle of the desk is kind of bothersome. Is the desk its own layer? I think it is. It is. Okay, I gotta remember that. I'm not gonna remember that. Okay. Ooh, I gotta change my tag to art. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Art. Okay. I did that without any prompting, you guys. Oh, and also let me just do this, so I can take a peek at my Twitch activity, so I don't forget any notifications. Great. Okay. Yeah. This angle. These angles. Okay. There's something about that table. I think the angle, yeah, let's copy it. Let's drag it up to this front layer, because that's kind of where I'm working on it right now. Turn that off there. And yeah, I'm gonna, whoops. That's fine. I am going to just really try to alter this. There might be a lot of this tonight. I'm sorry if this is boring, but I'm trying to get these angles correct enough. Let's see here. Where did my layer palette go? Yeah, I'm gonna try to make this correct enough. Let's see here. Yeah, I already like that better. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. Okie dokie. Another thing that Mike and I spoke about on that Factomind Mike VOD was the Great Sky Roads, which was kind of like a racing game, I guess, like a DOS racing game. That I had a lot of like fond memories about, just because it was how unusual it was. If anyone else remembers Sky Roads or has fond memories about Sky Roads. Pascal Brosov, he says, I find it engaging seeing someone work on something precise. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad. I really like hearing when people say they're working alongside, you know, like it's kind of like a co-working thing. Let's see here. This angle is just not, yeah, I gotta just shift this, I think. So, and then this, oops. Oops. Yeah, it's already feeling better. Let's actually compare. Let's compare. It's a work in progress. It's fine. Okay. Corner of desk is going to be here. Better. And then this has to be moved in though. All this very, very precise work. Oops. Anyone else utterly shocked and dismayed that it's basically April? Or is it just me? Hunter 1043, the weather is nice. Yeah, you know. I guess it's nice. Nelson, time sure does fly fast. Maximus also welcomes spring. I guess. Rumble Go! Happy Crimson Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. That's cool. Have fun with the project. I'm going to bed now in Germany. Good night. Good night. Happy Crimson Tuesday and have a wonderful rest of your week and thanks for dropping by. Monkey Toupee, welcome back. Good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, spring. Everyone is welcoming spring. It's more or less 2024 now. Deluxe Tux, you know it. I don't know what to do anymore with the time. Oh, thanks, Monkey Toupee. I'm glad you're thinking the room is looking good. Yeah, I'm just adjusting. You know, these angles. It's hopefully not too boring for you guys. I'm kind of super conscious about not wanting a boring stream. But sometimes it's unavoidable. Oh, that looks wrong. This looks tilted. I don't like it. What's happening? Fix yourself. Oh no, this is fun, Hunter? Okay, good. Oh my goodness. Jess says, I don't want it to be 2024 yet because I'm waiting for the release of TCD in 2023. Oh my gosh, the way things are going right now, I don't even know. Nothing's ever going to get released. Deluxe Tux, thank you for the redemption. Actually, and yes, reminds me that, yes, hat time is over, although that is another completely open for another redemption. I have a variety of hats. We can definitely do a redemption. Thank you so much, Deluxe Tux, for show a fun book. Okay, let's show a fun book. Okay. Tea first. Okay. Okay, this is something... Yeah, let's do this. I've actually wanted to do this one a while ago, and I never got around to it, but better late than never. Oh. Tea from the world's largest cup. Havori, it's good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. I swear, this cup... Okay, this cup is big. It is, but... I don't know, it's not as big as... I don't think it's as big as you guys think. It's just because it's close to the camera. And also, I've got small hands, I guess. So, yeah. It is big, but it's not as big. Okay, good, Pascal Barros. You also don't think it's boring. That's good to know. Okay. And yeah, I'd hope that. Well, I actually don't know if I'd hope that, but yeah, if I was boring, then maybe you guys wouldn't be here. But I appreciate it anyway. The mug gets larger every time I stream. Thank you, Jess. Okay. Yeah, actually, Jess, this is why I love this mug, is because it's got these beautiful it's got these patterns in it, and it's got, of course, this lovely red glaze to it. Yeah, I mean, this is a great little mug. Great big mug that gets bigger every time. Okay, this is what I wanted to show. This is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the Omnibus Edition. And yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, so I've wanted to show this ever since Kevin O'Neill unfortunately passed away. And Kevin O'Neill is fantastic, a fantastic comic book artist. Wonderful work in here. It's not particularly, the mug is not particularly thick, Maximus. It doesn't really keep stuff warm that long. But, actually, you know what? This isn't doing this justice. I will turn off the keying. Okay. He uses like he used, because unfortunately he did pass. He used a really beautifully fine pen and ink, like a nib with ink. It's not wanting to focus. Focus on this gloriousness. Yeah, DC Bueller, this is one of my absolute favorite. I'm trying to find something that's bright so that it will pick up the wonderful amount of detail that's in here. Let's see. A bright, okay, something that's also not that violent. This is a violent book. Beta Human, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Beta Human says, the mug reminds me of the salt shaker scene from renowned cinematic masterpiece Cool as Ice. I have not seen that. And Pascal as well, you're a fan of tactile glasses and mugs? Yeah, Gomon-sama, yeah, beautiful. Oh, Kevin O'Neill. Yeah, I don't know how old he was, I don't know what he died of or anything like that, but it's a real loss. Because so not only, first of all, Alan Moore, of course, fantastic, amazing comic writer, but he got paired perfectly with, oh yeah, this is beautiful, like he's got these beautiful line, just black and white. And I really wish that my camera would focus to give this justice. I guess the line work is just too fine for this. But yeah, it's very busy. It's a lot of detail, but it's the compositions. Okay, this might be easier to pick up on. And for those of you who don't know League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, it's almost Alan Moore concocted this shared universe of, popular Victorian pulp. So you've got Nemo, Captain Nemo. You have Alan Quatermain from some kind of Victorian exploring novels. Mina Murray, who is in the Dracula, Dracula stories. You've got the Invisible Man. And they kind of form, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and they kind of form this superhero, kind of a superhero group in a way. And yeah, you've got a bunch of different other characters woven in and out of the stories. It's an extremely well written, well researched, integrated fantasy. I suppose you could call this a fantasy. But the omnibus. So this thing actually has a bunch of it's like a pastiche of even the storylines as well. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you're a fan at all of that kind of the Victorian era fiction, but brought forth in a much fresher way, I guess kind of reminds me of, not that I want to make any comparisons, but this idea of the older adventure games and then more modern adventure games. If you're you're a fan of the ideas that are presented in a lot of Victorian novels, but they can be extremely densely written, this is a wonderful access point for that. And there's actually interspersed between the actual comics, although I do want to keep showing a few of the comics spreads. There's some fun other things like activity sheets and all kinds of fun stuff, lots of visual humor. But interspersed in between the comics are, yeah, there's much more densely written parts that are kind of like reading Victorian pulp fiction in that same style of that super dense writing. Like, for instance, something like, I mean, Lovecraft was a bit later, but that same super dense writing. But when you get into it, it's actually kind of amazing when you get used to that style of writing. But anyway, highly recommend League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Omnibus is a great way to get just everything in in one hit. Super amazing. Let's just show one more. Like they even give you the covers of all the other ones. Really grand stuff. There's also some other auxiliary writing. There's some Nemo books that focus on Nemo. And also there are period ones that they have. So there's one for like 1910, there's one for the future, there's one for I can't remember. But yeah, I mean this is the main story though. And I do heavily recommend this. If you love it, you can look into all the other stuff as well. But yes, rest in peace, Kevin O'Neill. Fantastic artist. And Alan Moore's still writing, and he's written all kinds of stuff. And yeah, hopefully he gets to keep doing that as well for as long as possible. And thank you so much for that redemption. Okay. Filters. And yes, I mean, I guess I have to also address that there was a movie, but it's terrible, so don't even bother. Okay. Back to... Thank you for that. Yeah, Pascal, yeah, bro, so his art style, honestly, showing it on stream is not doing it justice. It's really special stuff. Okay, we're working on this, and why the heck this table doesn't want to cooperate. Yeah, there's no reason to remember the movie. Bill Kuhn says, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen 2003 was Sean Connery's last role as far as I know. Yeah, I don't know. Was it? Is that when he retired from acting? Yeah, it's not good. In fact, it's probably very bad. Let's see here. This angle. It's a bit better. Deluxe Tux says, I kind of remember the film being sort of fun and campy when it came out. I haven't seen it in years. I mean, it's not... I guess... It's not like the worst movie or anything like that. It's just... If you had read the graphic novel and can come in with any sort of expectation, that's probably when things went really wrong, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's just an action-y kind of movie. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this. I might just spend the rest of my time just fiddling with this edge of this counter or this table before I ultimately just say, you know what, it's fine. Just put something in front of it, hide it. It'll be fine. Okay. Moving on. Oh yeah, this bucket needs some help too, I think. Pascal Brosso says, early comic book adaptations were a bit... Yeah, I think one of the first to actually hit its mark was Hellboy. Yeah, Hellboy, the first Hellboy was really good. There are probably ones that did well that we don't ever think of as comic book adaptations. Like, I think Blade... Oops. I think Blade was a comic book adaptation. I think... Was The Matrix? I can't remember. You know, I think it does happen, but yeah, it's not... Definitely not the rule at all. Okay, like, looks like it's not sticking out far enough, Mousemus. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think... That one sticks out more. This one sticks out... This one's... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to make... This whole shape isn't working. I don't know. Oh wow, Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow, Bill Coon. You read the short story, and the movie's not anything like the short. I don't even think I don't think I've read the short story. Yeah, Pascal. Yeah, the Wachowskis, I think, are definitely have a lot of those influences. Especially you look at something like Speed Racer. It's definitely super obvious that they're super into that, into those types of things. This bucket. I don't even know if I'll put a handle on this bucket. This bucket is not getting nearly the same amount of love as the other one was. That's for sure. Monkey Toupee, yes. Asked, do I do any art by hand? Yeah, actually, right now it's funny you're asking that because I actually am using the mouse for this. But yeah, I first started doing art kind of by hand and like hand inking stuff and everything. And I guess I have a stylus, which I don't know if that counts as doing something by hand. But yeah, absolutely. Even when I was doing illustration that ended up being finished digitally, I would print it out and like ink over my printout and kind of finish stuff up that way because I did like that hand done look. Oh, this looks terrible. Huh. Ted Bob, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Okay, we have table. We have suggestions of a corner of a room here, which maybe I'll bring that down more. Okay. And I probably will... well, we'll see. Kind of separate this wall from that wall. Don't know yet. Yes, the bucket. Yeah, after that bucket, nothing's gonna measure up. I'm still looking at this one desk. I'm not liking it. Not liking it. Darn it. Okay, gonna stop looking at it. Let's just work on something else. Nope. I don't know. This darn shelf. Maybe I'll just start putting stuff in there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna open up the globe because I want to add the stand back in. And put the bottom of this put the bottom of this in, actually. That's probably a good idea. Okay, so let's do that. And then that'll be something at least, instead of just futzing around with these angles. It's the shiniest bucket. Exactly, yeah, Mousemas, I think this might be the time, after I just put the bottom to the shelf in, this will probably be the time where we're going to start covering up all these horrible mistakes. TV from the Lost Ark. Maybe on the top of this metal cabinet we can have a big, long crate with the Nazi symbol burning and melting out. You know how it was in the movie? Maybe we'll do that. All that good stuff. Yeah, okay. Let me just finish this. And actually, while I'm finishing this, why don't we go to chat? Chat, start making suggestions of stuff we could put on these shelves. And then I will start Googling up some reference. But I'll give you that time because I'm just going to work on this for now, really quick. and then we will together. I will get the references for that. So let me know what you would like to see on the shelves, and we'll see what we're gonna put on those shelves to cover up all the problems with them. So shelf items. What do you want to see on the shelves of the Royal Canadian Museum? And we will see what we can do. And much in the tradition of course, this particular room, the Raiders of, Crusaders of the Dark Savant. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. There it is. Yeah, much in the same way that this room is full of a bunch of different Easter eggs. We're gonna, not anything super, super obvious. But maybe we can have some fun with it. The reason I had Crusaders of the Dark Savant forefront in my mind was that was one of the big boxes I showed Fractal Mind Mike, and I talked about how there was a time in my life when I was trying to decide what role-playing game series to get into, and it was down to either Ultima or the Wizardry series, and I made these big lists about what I wanted in my role-playing game series, and I'd eventually settled on Wizardry, and specifically Wizardry 7, and I definitely didn't regret it because I love that game, and I actually I think I finished it too, with like a help with a walkthrough though, because the game's a little hard. Oh, DC Bueller also likes Crusaders of the Dark. Such a good game. And yeah, I talk about kind of why I picked it. And one of the reasons I picked Crusaders is that I wanted to make my own characters. And you can't really make your own characters in an Ultima game. You kind of get the ones that you get. And that was big. And also, in Crusaders, you get to make 6 characters, which is awesome. And that's kind of what broke the tie for me in terms of what I wanted in a game. Wow, that globe is not going to fit in there, is it? I might have to make it smaller. Gonna have to make it smaller. Where's globe? Blobe! Blobe. Okay. Let's bring blobe up here. Bring blobe. Okay, blobe. And then this one, yeah, I'll just kind of put those two together. Blobe. It's blobe. I guess I could call it globe again. I'm actually going to do that awful thing where I'm going to resize this and then I'm going to fix it after. Because it's way too big right now. Although I can't do it like by 50% because it's going to be way too small. But that's not too bad. It doesn't suffer too badly. It's fine. Okay, good. I'll read through the suggestions once I get this globe all done, because I do like a globe. Okay. Yeah. All right. Just gonna put this in here. Ooh. Nope. Not quite. Slimmer down here through the foot. Oh, what's happening? There we go. Great. Okay, and I actually think what I'll do is, yeah, use some of the red to add some suggestion of lighting, I suppose, because you can't really get a sense of that right now, so we're just going to go in here. This is still all just with the mouse. Just some top lighting or something here. And actually smooth some of this globe out. The globe. Okay. And also down here, we're gonna put some dark red pixels. So, and down this as well. And tonight, when Dan comes on, it's not going to be a new track at all. It's going to be we're going to need to refine some of the older stuff that we had done previously on stream. But hopefully that's still going to be a nice experience. Dan needs to deliver some more tracks for the game for me. And this might be a good way of kind of two birds with one stone type of thinking. Okay. It's going to be I give Dan a choice of like 3 tracks we can revisit, and it'll kind of be up to him which ones he thinks need the most work or what he feels like working on tonight. We'll see. There'll be something. All right. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. Being awake. Thank you so much for the follow. Being awake. I like that. Excuse me. Oh, Jess, I'm glad you like the globe legs. Not quite as elegant as what they've got going on there. I actually might want to spread that out just a wee bit. So I can... There we go. That's much better. Just one pixel is all it takes. Sometimes. Stick all those, stick that. Great. Okay, better. I'm not too crazy about the front leg. Maybe I just need to... it just looks weird. I don't know if I can do anything about the front one. Except maybe extend it down a little bit. Do what you can. Chloe has good gams. Thank you, Jess. Alright. That's pretty good. Alright. Although this arc is looking a bit funny. Let's work on that a little bit, and then we'll start taking those suggestions and firing up the Google and seeing what we need to make it happen. I guess also though, there's some room. There needs to be more room around this globe too, maybe. Something like that. Yeah, because, yeah, there needs to be some room for it to rotate. Let's just do that. And then that'll be the globe done for now, until we decide that it's not good enough. Not bad. And actually, yeah, okay, so that one is the one that goes this way. This is like that. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Yep. The bottom part's a little bit messy. Okay, so very, very soon I will start looking at chat and writing a list, because I have a pen, of course, somewhere, or pencil, of what people have suggested. I look up, and then we'll grab some suggestions. Oops. Yeah, this one actually needs a little bit of... Oops. There we go. Nope. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Nearly there, nearly there. Yes, Nightbot has also put up that, yes, I'm going to be on the Adventure Game Hotspot talking about Crimson Diamond stuff this week on Thursday. And yeah, if you go to their YouTube and subscribe, you'll get hopefully like either like a notification or something. It'll show up on your timeline when that all happens, when it's released. So that'll be a good conversation. Yeah. Okay. I keep zooming out and then wanting to just adjust another little thing. This part is not arcing enough for me. This part. Arc more. Here we go. Good enough? You know, I gotta say, I kind of like the kind of globes where I don't like this horizontal line that's being presented here. I'm going to just make that not that way anymore. I like the artful slant, so give me 1 second. I'm going to do that instead. Even though it's probably like period inappropriate or whatever to make a globe with that slant on it, but I just want it because I think it looks nicer. So here's my trusty stylus. We're going to use that for a hot minute. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. It'll actually be fun, I think, to just quickly try to take your suggestions and make them into like quick little pixel art bits. I am looking forward to that. Okay, I like that better. I like how it's more dynamic that way. I prefer. Except it's not even. It's not even. It's never going to be over. I was also thinking about our talk the other week, the other art stream about reality and tables and how you can't fully see something ever. I was thinking about that as well over the past week. I've been contemplating. Because one of the things to think about in terms of what a table is oh, why is this so... Why is this not doing what I wanted to... it's like a little shaky. It's a little not right. That's better. Somewhat better. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. The thing I was thinking about in terms of the table discussion we were having the other time was what a table is it's, you know, if you want to talk about it, it's, you know, basic table would be, okay, you've got 4 legs, right? 4 legs of equal length and dimension, which are put on top of a platform. We'll put on equal parts of a platform. So that's a leg here, leg here, leg here, leg here. That's what a table is. That's what it's made of. But when you draw it in such a way, immediately as you draw it, those legs don't look the same anymore, right? That's also something I was thinking of. Like, it's just, you can't perceive of what the reality of a table is. If you think about what it's made of, and then you think about how it's put together, it just doesn't, anyway, that's something else. But anyway, let's take you guys' suggestions here. I'm gonna leave that weird wobbly globe for now. Okay. I've got my pencil, I've got some paper. I'm gonna start writing down some of these suggestions. Oh, totally not a ham. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. Catch back up. Okay. Okay, so. Lost Ark. Okay. Holy Grail from Indiana Jones game. Holy Grail from EGA Indie game. Malachite. Big box. Big box. Colonel's Bequest. That's gonna be, you know what, I could maybe make that like a movie poster that's just in here or something, so I can make it look like a movie poster. I'm not against it. Alligator head. Okay, for like from Colonel's Bequest. See, Colonel's Bequest. Sir Lancelot's helmet. Sir Lancelot's helmet from Conquest of Camelot. Oh, sorry, from Colonel's Bequest. Colonel Bequest. Okay, with a note pasted inside it. I actually really like the idea of putting armor. A suit of armor. Maybe instead of even our marble bust guy. Okay. Kryptonite. Vases. Masks. Small statues. Okay. DC Bueller went Wizardry yourself gold box. Yeah, I've got a CD of Wizardry Gold somewhere. Maltese Falcon from Crush of Glory 2. Maltese Falcon. QFG2. Pile of bodies. Yes. For no reason at all. Amber Fish from Fate of Atlantis. Amber Fish from Fate of Atlantis. Oh wow, DC Bueller, I didn't know there were mods. D Forte's mods for Bane of the Cosmic Voyage, Crusaders of the Dark Savant, Wizardry 8. It was amazing, took 9 months to get through them all. I want to revisit Bane of the Cosmic Forge because, yeah, it's EGA after all. Okay, some stuff from more obscure. Pepper's Adventures in Time, Quacky Quazu. I don't even know that one. EcoQuest. Stuffed Baby Antwerp from Quest for Glory 1. Stuffed Baby Antwerp. Quest for Glory 1. Oh, Monkey Toupe, I was just wondering whether it's easy to do art using a mouse versus stylus or something. Most of the time I'm using a stylus, Monkey Toupe, but stuff like drawing like lines or angled lines, I tend to like using shift click a lot, so doing, you know, this kind of stuff. I prefer like that kind of thing. It's easier with for me with a mouse. So when I'm drawing, like trying to figure out these angles for the tables, that's what I tend to do. Okay. Next. Characters in games. Characters that look like yourself and names after yourself. Always make characters that look different than I do and give them made-up names. Yeah, yeah, there's not going to be very much in terms of other people in this besides the boss of this place. Oh, and Atlantean Medallion. Atlantean Medallion from Fate of Atlantis. Okay. Oh, Maximus, I'm glad you're liking how the globe looks. Green Orium from Space Quest. Ooh. Chunk. I like these mineral ones. Chunk of green Orium from Space Quest. And Return to Oz. Go Havorius. Oh yeah, I did say yeah, I did see you I think earlier. If I my memory not good. Happy Crimson Tuesday once again. Ooh, Hanging Shards from Shardlight. Hanging Shard from Shardlight. Okay. Pieces of art stored in Castle Brunwald, Edenworth. Art from Brunwald. Castle Brunwald. Cover most things in sheets, exactly. Meteor Rock from Maniac Mansion. Ooh. Nice one, Bilkun. Meteor Rock. Of course, maybe a miniature version. From Maniac Mansion. Okay. Slide Studio, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Sunstone, Moonstone from Fate of Atlantis. Sunstone, Moonstone. It looks like there's going to be a mineral shelf from Fate of Atlantis. Okay. Colorful medieval textile. Okay, let's put this colorful medieval. I wonder, yeah, there is that colorful medieval textile from Dagger of Amon-Ra. Maybe I can look at that one. Dagger of Amon-Ra. And of course, the dagger from Dagger of Amon-Ra, I think it's something we thought of before. But that might be hard to do when it's laying on a shelf. Although in that actual game they were lying on a shelf. Green Crystal Graham Steels from Queen Icebella. Green Crystal Graham Steels from Icebella. Rubber chicken with pulley in the middle? Yes. Rubber chicken with... In fact, I would probably put some of these minerals on the actual table in the center of the room. That's because in my actual like super sketchy version, there's some minerals that she's cataloging. So some of these mineral selections could actually not only just be on that table in the center, but also could be part of a close-up too, because there's a close-up shot where the boss brings the newspaper to Nancy, and that might be a fun opportunity for that. Okay. Totally Nottingham almost forgot today was Tuesday. Yeah, it just comes way too quickly. Pile of cannonballs. Pile of cannonballs. Monkey Island 2 pile of cannonballs. Wouldn't that be funny? Moonstrike Lily, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. The bow and arrow from KQ4. Bow and arrow, KQ4. Elvis played Havorius? Oh my gosh. Ooh, Massimo says, I was thinking change bust guy into angel statue from Personal Nightmare. Ooh. Angel statue. These are great. Personal Nightmare. Bust. Okay. Yes, Ark of the Covenant, totally. I'm thinking that might actually be where we start with this. Maybe not having it to scale because it's actually such a huge box, but having kind of the same dimensions where it's like a long thin box with kind of a painted insignia that, you know, I'm probably not going to make very much look like a Nazi symbol, but, you know, just a painted bird-like insignia that's been burned through. I think that might be the first thing we go with because it seems really popular, and it's definitely something I would love to stick in here as well. Oh yes, that's right. Corky and Quazu, Turbo Science. That's okay. Turbo Science. I've made the connection. Okay. Mosley's yellow coat. There could be another coat on the hat rack. Actually, Moonstrike Lily. Mosley's yellow coat. Skull. Oh, skull that looks like Manny from Grim Fandango. Ooh, I like that. Manny from Grim Fandango. Okay. Okay. Shattenjagger talisman from Gable Knight. Shattenjagger talisman. GK. Okay. Murray and Manny. Ooh. Okay, Murray skull. Murray and skull. Okay. Rincewind's wizard hat from Discworld Ted Bob. Ooh, I wonder about that, because wouldn't that be like a magical item? Although, to be fair, I don't think Rincewind's actual hat is that magical of an item. But I think this is great to start with. I'm going to just change the camera so that it's just on my face so I can quickly pick up some of this stuff. Okay, let's see me double check. Okay, so this is just going to be, you're going to just see my face for a bit, and I'm going to quickly get onto grabbing some of this reference. So let's look at Ark of the Covenant. Covenant in crate. Let's look at that image. Okay, that's pretty good. Ooh, scale model. Okay, actually it's not as like long and thin as I was thinking. Actually, it's smaller than I was expecting. Okay, so let's save one of those. Perfect. Okay, hold on. Let's put this in the same folder. You're not seeing any of this reminder, that you're just seeing my face look at stuff with interest. Okay, so there, Ark of the Covenant. We can have oh, there's a scale. Actually, that's pretty helpful because I see a scale model of the whole thing, including a person. That's helpful. Okay, so that's enough of that one. And also, yeah, let's start looking up some of the stuff. We're gonna want shelf stuff first. So let's look up Murray skull, because I'm gonna want the shelves are bothering me particularly right now. So let's look at that. Let's look at let's see. Here, someone's made Monkey Island Murray. Someone's actually made a graphic of that, which is kind of helpful. Save. Oh, Murray. This one looks simpler. Okay. Save image. Murray skull. And then I'm going to look up a Manny Calavera skull. Manny Calavera skull. Okay. I like that because it actually, it doesn't look like a real skull by any stretch, but it could be, you know, like it could even be a mask or something. Okay. Manny New. Okay. So that's Lost Ark, Murray, and Manny. And also, let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah, Maltese Falcon from Quest for Glory 2. Let's do that. Stuff that's really easy to put on a shelf. Maltese Falcon, QFG 2. Oh, no, WFG. QFG 2. Okay. Where? Okay, there it is. Okay. There's Signor Ferrari gripping it. But do we have is there just a... I'll save that one, but I also want it just as its own thing. Where is there a picture of the Maltese Falcon where he's not touching it? Oh wait, it's gonna be in that okay, it's gonna be in that display. Okay, so I'm gonna need that room. Great. How do I... Maltese Falcon room? Quest for Glory 2? Okay. Well, I want an unobstructed view. Maltese Falcon, Shapir... Oh, Rassier. Rassier... No. I don't see a screenshot of it. But I can just look up Maltese Falcon, and I can just use the one that's... I can use just the one that's the one in the movie, which is much easier to see than the Maltese... Oh, look, this one's from Walmart. Okay, let's save that. It's easy. It's much easier to find the Maltese Falcon versus Ooh, this one's bronze. Nice. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so that'll be enough. Enough. Okay. And Maltese Falcon. Okay, let's start with those. I think that's a good starting point. Okay. Back to Photoshop. Oh, you know what? I also need to have this up in the background so I can see my notifications. Okay, great. And I have, let's start with Ark of the Covenant. It's pretty big, but we could, like I said, we're not going to make it to scale necessarily. We're going to make it smaller. Here it is. So that's a human person. So obviously way too big. Way too big. But we will do one just smaller. And we're going to actually just use this one. I'm going to flip this so that it's, because I feel like... Okay, where do we want the Ark of the Covenant? Probably want the Ark of the Covenant... I mean, it could go there, but it's actually too wide. I'm going to put it on top of this shelf. But that means I need to flip it, which I will do. Flip horizontal. Okay. Great. How about a paper note with dagger stabbed in on the desk? Like a request opener. No blood though. Oh. Ooh. That would be, that might look, for a simple close-up, it might be too attention-getting. But I'm going to start with this. Unless we're going to put that up here, I think, in this area. Let's start a new layer. New layer. And we're going to start with this color. And yeah, I'm still using the mouse at this point. We start with a vertical. And yeah, I'm not going to super, probably make it like, oops. Okay, whoops. There it is. Okay. So I'd probably make it like that wide, probably. Not, and actually, I'm probably going to make it less wide than that. The most identifying markers for this are going to be the fact that it's a crate and it has a symbol that's been burned, pretty much. It's not that important to get it perfect. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. Cat symbol, Mousimus. Oh, Pascal Broseph, this game is set in 1914. A cat. Oh, Dan the Band. Look who it is, Dan. Yeah, we're putting some items on these shelves, and this we're gonna put a little Ark of the Covenant, just a small one. It's maybe like portable altars, prayer altars. You know, they would have like miniature version of prayer altars for portability's sake. And, you know, maybe there's a little miniature Ark of the Covenant, you know, when you need one on the run or something. Dan. So Dan is here. Dan, we will be going live with Dan shortly when Dan is ready. But, for the moment, we're still messing around with this fun thing. This fun Ark of the Covenant. Actually, I'm going to go with Stylus now. Just about ready to run Fantastic. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Dan, we're ready. That person won too. Have a great night. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you. And yeah, please, yeah, I always like knowing that people are checking out the VODs, because, yeah, I certainly, I like to put them up, and I'm glad that people are getting a use out of them, you know? Actually, I might even gonna make this even a shorter box, I think, because, like I said, we're not going to reproduce the exact dimensions of this thing, because it is way too big. We saw the indie to scale, but we're gonna make something that is gonna kind of resemble what that is. In fact, I keep wanting to move that in a bit, I think. Yeah, that's better. And we're gonna do, I think, a pixel wide. Yeah, probably a pixel wide for the slat here. A pixel wide for the... Oh yeah, and you know what? I just said the word slat, which is reminding me that there's not only me working on EGA text parser adventure games, there are a few of us. Included is, of course, Slat Studio, who's working on Betrayed Alliance, and there's a link to Slat Studio's website. There's Phil Forte, who made Snail Trek, which was a 4-part series of snail science fiction games. There's Kinney Games making Signal and Echo. Mousemas made Enclosure 3D, a remake of the original Enclosure that is available for free on Mousemas's itch.io. Cosmic Void 3 has a Cosmic Void itch.io where you can play Tachyon Dreams. It's a 3-part science fiction series. And Deivor is working on Fortune and Glory. And yes, I think that covers it. That just about covers it in terms of people who are kind of into this type of a thing. And yeah, I just definitely follow them, support them. It's a niche of a niche, and we all can use all the love we can get. Because I think there's something special about text parser games. I think there's something special about EGA. And when all those things kind of combine, that's totally my thing. Ah, Coles. Okay, Coles released Tilly's Tale today. Oh, today. Definitely not EGA. No, not EGA. You know what? The Coles have done their time with the EGA. I respect and appreciate all the Coles EGA, because they certainly have gotten their fair share and done wonderfully with it. Your perspectives enter screaming hard on the arc. It's not is it because there's too much, you're seeing too much of the top of it? Probably, right? That might be what you're referring to, a Mousemas. It could be that this needs to be more, which I totally get. Let's see here. Arc. Duplicate. I see where you're coming from. Let's see about that. I have the old one still here, in case we, you know, we want to go back. But it could be that, yeah, it does need to be kind of more like so, you know? The bottom right line is too high an angle. Bottom right, this one. Yeah, I was kind of fiddling with it, and it was almost like it was one of those things where it's like, oh, it can only be in 2 places, and neither of them was really working for me. So I kind of went with the higher one, but you know, it could just be that, in fact. Back left corner too low. Back left is too low. Back left? Not sure where back left is anymore. Hold on. We're gonna alter this. We're gonna alter this slightly, and then see where we are with it again. The good thing about working at this resolution is, yeah, it's not that hard to make those adjustments. If we feel it's necessary. This kind of thing in particular is tricky indeed. And I'm definitely, like you guys know, always open to suggestion. Oop. It could be a matter of just something like that. A large crate on top would make the shelves too top heavy. This is also true, but we don't know how heavy that is. We don't know how heavy the ark is. If we want, we could put it in the middle shelf. Hold on. If we want, hold on, let me just fill this all with black so that we can see what it looks like. If we want, we could totally put it in fact, wait. We could put this in one of the others. We can put it in the shelving unit lower, right? There's nothing saying that we can't put it there. And then in which case the angle might be okay there, right? Hold on. Let's just quickly fill this with black, and it could just fit. I appreciate your the attention to detail here in terms of like what would be safe for the workplace. We could put that here, in fact, you know? And then we can put the actually we could put it here like that. Also prevent pulling of muscles. Trying to move it. Okay, fantastic. Okay. I'm just going to do one last thing, Dan, with this. Is I'm going to just use a layer mask on this just to tuck this away properly, and then we will raid you. There we go. Perfect. Okay. There it is. I'm trying to make it so that it's not completely being in the center there, you know, being obscured by the center bar. Okay, great. I think that's a good place to leave off. I'm gonna quickly stick it to change it to my face so that we can I can save this to my Google Drive. But yeah, we're gonna raid Dan. If you guys are new to the stream, you're in for a treat. Dan is going to be polishing up an older track that we have, which is going to still be quite a lot of fun. You get to see how Dan works, which is amazing. Super pro. And yeah, hold on. I'm going to close up Photoshop. Thank you guys so much for your suggestions. I do have them on this piece of paper. I'm going to leave it right here in full view, so I'm not going to lose it. Okay. And I think that's us there. I'm going to raid Dan. I'm going to set that up, and I'll meet you guys over there very, very soon. And then we're going to get started. Raid. Dan. Oops. Did audio just go? Was that you? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, we're all set. Just about. Almost all set. Dan, what happened to your audio? Please tell me everything's fine. Oh, cool, Pascal. Yeah. Send me some more suggestions of stuff that is actually in museums. That would be super helpful. Okay. Okay, just gonna take the time while that runs down to just catch up on chat. Okay, large, yes. Macy's. Display shelving. Breathe around all this or you look like it was going to be on the verge of collapsing. Yikes. Okay. Alright. Great. See you on the flip side. We're all in the bus. I'm going to raid this up and I'll join you shortly. Alright. Oh my gosh! Biddleman! Okay, Biddleman. You're... Okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna stop the raid for 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Biddleman, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. Dan, one moment. First of all, thank you raiders for joining us. We are not stopping streaming yet. I just did some art stream of my game, and welcome to my stream. I am Julia Minamata. I am the game developer behind the Crimson Diamond, which is an EGA text parser mystery adventure game. Thank you so much, Biddleman, for that raid. That's fantastic. You actually have really good timing. We're about to raid up my musician. We're going to work on a track for my game using a genuine Roland MT32. So that's going to be a treat. But before we do that, I'm going to show you guys the trailer for my game in case you haven't seen it before. There is a demo available on Steam and on itch.io as well. And it's chapter 1 of my game. I'm currently working on chapter 6, and that's going well. I'm hoping to launch the Crimson Diamond this year some point. I hope, fingers crossed. we're going to play the trailer for you guys, and after that's done, we're going to raid Dan up on his channel, and we're gonna continue the party there. All right, here comes the trailer, and thank you guys so much for the raid, and hope you guys stick around. Here we go.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Fantastic. Job for a bus boy, thank you for the follow. Talam Dev, thank you for the follow as well. Ambersine, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Bitoman. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna do the raid, but before I do, I'm just gonna mention tonight is gonna be a music stream. Sometimes it's all art stream, and at the end of my streams, I've been playing EGA adventure games, and I've played Indiana Jones and Last Crusade adventure EGA. I've played Rise of the Dragon in EGA. I've played Personal Nightmare in EGA. Currently I'm playing Mortville Manor, which is a 1987 EGA mystery adventure game. And next week, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing more art, and I'll be doing more Mortville Manor, and that's been a lot of fun. But right now, I'm going to set that right up for you guys. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Looks like everyone's all set. I will meet you guys over there briefly, and then Dan can tell you what we're going to be working on. And also, I'll probably intro Dan when I get over there. So thank you so much for the raid, and see you soon. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. And so my audio went dead right as you were finishing up the stream. And so I missed the fact that you even got a raid from another place, from another streamer. I don't know who raided you, but thank you for the raid.
Bitoman raided us.
Bitoman, nice.
Yes, thank you so much.
And welcome to the stream. So this is Crimson Tuesday. Happy Crimson Tuesday. And
Indeed.
today is, well, it was a partial art stream, and the rest of today's stream will be music stream. And we're actually working on some we're going to do some polish, I think, of what we've worked on in the past.
Yeah, for sure. And I promised these guys that I was going to give you a brief intro when we got over to your channel, and so I'm going to do that real quick.
All right, let me switch to Julia only.
Oh no, I'm going to have to say some good things about Dan, unfortunately. Dan Polakar. Dan is a touring musician, a composer, a teacher. He does all kinds of stuff. He's worked on a couple different video game scores up to this point. He worked on Empire of Sin with Brenda Romero and John Romero. He did music for that. He made some music for Roberta and Ken Williams for the Colossal Cave Adventure Reimagined. He did music for 3 trailers for them when they were launching. And working on the Crimson Diamond, after all. And you can check out his music in the demo for the Crimson Diamond. There's a beautiful theme song when the game launches. There is a tutorial room which has another gorgeous track. There's about, I think, 4 or 5 of Dan's tracks that are in the trailer. So please enjoy those if you do want to check it out. And Dan also, I mentioned he's a touring musician. Dan has been a touring musician with Sean Paul for the past 10 years. And that's one of the reasons why we can't have Dan every other week. Dan is all over the place, all over the world. And it's kind of cool that we get to have him in here. He's a big nerd. If you ask him nicely, if you redeem some channel points, he will show a piece of hardware, a piece of software, and be really eager to show you that. He also likes Transformers, so if you want to see his Transformers, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to do that as well. And that's pretty much Dan. Dan, where was the last place you were touring, and what was that like? Was that the Miami thing still?
The last place, I decided to come back on camera. The last place I was touring was Was it Miami? No, I don't think it was Miami. Where was it? Maybe it was Miami. I can't even remember. But I'm going to North Carolina this weekend
Oh, cool.
for the Dreamville Festival, which is like a hip hop festival, I think.
Oh, nice. So anyone in North Carolina, check out Dream Festival and
The
see Sean Paul.
Dreamville. It's J. Cole's
Dreamville.
festival, if you like hip hop and you
Cool.
know J. Cole.
Cool.
Yeah, which is my favorite
Oh
Transformer.
no, it
That's
starts.
an easy one for me. Soundwave. Oh, Bill Kuhn is suggesting another item for Cedric
Oh.
Dufferfield. Oh yeah, not bad. Yeah, Dreamville like J. Cole. It's his festival. Yes, I have. So Pascal, yes, I have seen that. And it's pretty awesome. I think Soundwave. I don't have any of the cassettes for Soundwave, sadly.
No.
I have Soundwave, but I don't have any of the cassettes. And I think I have a few different Soundwaves by now. I think I have 3 or 4 of them.
My goodness.
You have the cassettes, Bido Man? First of all, thank you for the raid. Second of all, I'm jealous of your cassettes that you have in Soundwave because I don't have any of the cassettes. And the cassettes are like the hardest part to find. I think they're more expensive. Job for a busboy. I'll be playing with Sean Paul. So the same guy I've been playing with for the last 11 years. We'll be playing some
I said
Jamaican.
10.
Yeah, who's counting? It was 10 probably when I saw you last.
Okay, here we go.
I won't be in Toronto this summer.
No?
At least I don't think so, but I will be in Canada.
Oh, well.
But not Toronto.
Boo.
So, unless you want to take a little trip.
Do you know where in Canada?
I do, but I couldn't really tell you right now because I'd have to look at my calendar.
Cool.
But, you know, I'd given one to a friend who had Soundwave, but no cassettes. Oh, man. The cassettes are literally the hardest part to find. Literally. So, anyway, we are actually I already have called up what we were hoping to take a look at.
Excellent.
And Julia actually, she's pretty good about this.
Oh.
She calls up like the video on demands, which is probably a good thing that we post that she posts all of them, and bugs me until I send her the videos on demand. Yeah, so she usually finds the timestamp of what we need to do to review. But in today's timestamp, she said that she thought that I said that we finished this track on the timestamp. So we'll see what happens. And if it is true that we finished this track, we'll work on polishing some other tracks as well. That's what I was kind of thinking. Like today would be like a good review day, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We don't need to do brand new stuff, but we can do cool review. And we'll make some noise, hopefully. Okay, good. Noise is working. Okay. I'm excited that the Coles released their game today.
That's cool. Yeah.
I've barely played Hero U. I have it on my Switch, but I've barely had a chance to play it. I barely have a chance to play any games anymore. But I do make music for games, that's for sure. And yeah, I'm excited about the Summer Days Tilly's Tale. That released today. I didn't even know it was going to be coming out. I knew it was coming out, but I didn't know it was today. I didn't know it was like already ready for release. I thought they were still finishing up some stuff, but no, it came out today. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, Dreamville has some big names. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even honestly had a chance to look at the lineup of what's going on there. Hero U is a pretty lengthy game. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's good for me. The Switch is best for me because when I'm on the road, then I actually can play stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, self-driving cars. That doesn't sound safe, but the worst thing is, does anybody else get this? Like, cause I do. When you're driving in a car, do you just get like tired immediately? Or flying on a plane, do you get tired? Like you just like want to go to sleep?
I wish.
Really?
Well, I mean, with the plane. I mean, obviously not with a car, but with
Yeah,
the plane,
both.
yeah.
For me,
Oh,
both.
when you're driving?
It's not so bad, but I can't drive for too long without having to we need to
Oh,
stop and get up and move around or something.
oh. No, I don't have that problem driving, and I wish I had that problem with airplanes because I hate being on an airplane. I just want it to be over as soon as possible. Um, no.
No. It's yeah, if I'm a passenger, yeah, I definitely sleep. Like I drove to Pennsylvania last weekend with my family and I slept for part of it. I wasn't driving at that point, to point
No,
out.
yeah, at least those parts,
I
I
wasn't
hope. Yeah.
driving, but I did sleep a little bit. So, anyway, let's make some noise and see what the
Yes,
heck
do
we're
it.
at. So, this is a piece that's in one of the non-demo chapters,
Yes.
and we titled it Commotion Sting, which you can probably see up here if your connection is good enough or if you're not watching on a cell phone. But yeah, let's see where we're at.
Hmm.
And then it stops. I
Mm-hmm.
think it is probably done if it loops properly. Let's see how it loops. Yep. I would say
Nice.
it's pretty much there.
Okay,
I
so
just
send it
got
to
to
me. Yeah.
bounce it and send it to you.
Yes, do it.
Um, I have a whistle sound here. I don't think that's necessary. I like basically it's some kind of conversation,
Yes.
right? So we have
An
person,
argument.
yep,
Yeah.
an argument. Okay. Person 1 and person 2 conversing heatedly, and
Yes.
this is supposed to represent their conversation. So while there's no actual audio dialogue in the game, unless we decide to put in some secret Easter eggs or something, um, yeah, there's no actual audio other than what you're going to be hearing, the music and the sound effects. And the sound effects, in theory, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, will all be designed on the MT32 as well.
Yes.
So we're going to get total MT32. Tim Curry is voicing the butler at the lodge. Yeah, the whistle is definitely Space Quest
Mm-hmm.
3. Because that was like one of the first Sierra games to use MT32.
Hmm.
I think it was Space Quest 3 and King's Quest 4, I want to say.
Hmm.
Somebody in the chat probably knows way better than I do. But anyway, so I think we're done with this piece. Oh, let's go back to this. And I'm going to take a look at the other notes that Julia sent me, but I'm going to do so nobody else can see it except for me.
Yeah,
Because I'm
so
secret like that.
Dan mentioned that, yeah, these pieces that we're going to be working on tonight are from not the demo, they're further on in the game, but we don't talk about specifically what they are, so that it's not going to be a spoiler for anybody.
We have Something is Missing strings, which we could take a look at. So let's
Yes,
find
that one actually sounds, yeah, like we wouldn't start
Let's
with.
take
Yeah,
a look at
KQ4 people
Something
are
is
saying is
Missing.
the first one.
Something is missing. Okay, why don't I see it? Oh, there it is.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
Something is missing. Save changes here. We don't really need to save any changes because we didn't really make any changes. Okay. King's Quest 4 is right. There we go. Chelnav 18. Nice.
Hey, Anna. Good to see you.
What's up, Anna?
And hey, Jacob, if you're watching too.
Ooh, this is a problem.
What's up? Oh.
Let's see. So I didn't label the sounds here. This one I did label. This one I didn't label. This one I didn't label.
I guess
so
that's
we might
an
have to take a look.
opportunity.
We might have to take a look at the video on demand.
Yeah.
And find out what's what. Or just hope that randomly the sounds.
Oh
pop
sure.
up, right?
Oh yeah.
I doubt.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Yeah, definitely not right.
I believe this is supposed to be channel 10, actually. So this would be percussion. That sounds right. Closer, anyway.
Closer. I feel like the brass is too brassy, but we can watch the VOD or something.
Let's take a look at
the
something is missing strings time-stamped VOD.
Yeah.
Something is missing. Sting.
Something okay, so this is something is missing sting.
Oops, don't need that. Okay, that's what it should
There we
sound
go.
like. I don't think that's right either.
What?
No, I don't think that's right.
Well, this is like an opportunity then to just, fix. Is this the whole track? Because I feel like
that's it. I like having the same two Julias at the same time.
Oh my god, they have the same things to say though. Nothing's changed.
At least you're blocking my face on the video on demand.
Okay, I think I know what this is for. I'm gonna write this down, and I also have to go to the washroom. I'll be back. But this, I think this is. Oh my god. I think I know what this.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this at all. I think we might have to go on to the next one.
What do you mean? No, this is a good. We do need this piece.
Well, we have chapter 1. Maybe more. The chapter 1 interlude riffs.
Yeah, and I just need the first one of that one. That one's really quick.
But that's just like something we need to record. I mean, whoops. That's something we need to. No, I mean to do it. Let's see. Let's find our chapter 1s. Sad dinner theme, Tina CD intro theme, official authority theme, chapter 5 flashback, aha sting. Shock sting. Chapter interlude riffs. Here we go. I'm not going to save that because I don't know what's going on. Oh, so this is recorded. I didn't send this to you?
No.
I haven't sent that to you?
I don't think so.
Oh, man. They're already in there. And then this one's also.
Yeah, we have that. That one I have. I don't have the first one though.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll get you that.
Fantastic.
I actually You know what I'd love to show off
What?
right now? I'd love to show off. I actually made a. There was another video game scoring opportunity that came up recently.
Yes.
And all I know is it was a retro game, and the guidelines were that they needed a general MIDI composer, so somebody who was familiar with general MIDI. So what I did was I made a reel. Let me see if I can open this. Share. Regular track URL. Okay, that works for me. I think. There we go. And I put up a reel of Crimson Diamond stuff. So
nice. Okay, great.
This was, I was asking Julia for help with this, and she kind of helped me with it. So let's see where we're at with this.
It's in there. Did I use this already? I'm gonna have to check. Oh my gosh.
And that's the reel. That was what I sent to the video game company audio director for, I guess you could call it, like, it's not an audition exactly, but it's kind of like an audition tape, a reel. It's just like whatever you want to call it, like your business card in a way, but your business card with actual material that you've done, that kind of thing. Portfolio, yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to describe it. And I do reels, like, so I'll do various video game reels. Like, this is just one of them, but I've put together, I put them together custom because it's all well and good to just say, hey, well, you know, you want video game music. Well, I have a video game reel, but that's not very specific, especially since video games are like a bigger business than, say, the music business or the movie industry. So the best way to do this, let's do this way. Here's another reel, and we'll go over here. And this has a lot of different stuff. This is probably the more, I didn't even have a chance to add the Crimson Diamond reel to this yet. Ooh. But this is what I would send. So I can play an example of what I sent to Roberta Williams as far as the Colossal Cave. And then the music that I did for the Colossal Cave trailers is nothing like what I sent for the reels. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I think they were looking for ambient something at the beginning. And I don't know. I think they were not sure if they were going to add me as a composer in the game or if they were just going to use me for the trailers. And it ended up, I just ended up working on the trailers. And there's a guy named James Mulvale who's the composer on the game. But I believe the game is like mostly, there's not necessarily like musical pieces as much as musical atmospheres. if that makes sense. So I'll play you
Right.
guys. I'll play the ambient ones.
Okay.
You can kind of hear. This is not an MT32. So it's not really music as much as it is like an atmosphere, right? And even within a small genre like that, or like I've narrowed it down now, you can hear this is a different ambient piece which has more of, like, you might recognize more of the instruments, but it's still very ambient sounding. So it's hard to tell, like, what somebody's looking for unless they give you like pretty specific information in a brief. So that's, you can hear the difference between that.
We had a question here.
Yeah, there's a couple questions I saw, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. That's the most wonderful compliment. This is the music of somebody who has the heart of an adventure gamer. I do love adventure games. I am a huge nerd. What was the so for ad-lib and Sound Blaster support, will these tracks be the same and just play on the OPL3 chip directly, or do you need to modify them for that platform? So yes and no. The MIDI files, if we decide to put any of the MIDI files out, will play back on any MIDI device, general MIDI compatible device, but they won't play back accurately because they're specifically tied to the MT32 MIDI channels or MIDI assignments, which are completely unrelated to general MIDI. And yes, so they won't actually play back correctly or sound anything similar unless you have an MT32, and then in theory they should play back correctly on your MT32. And then Pascal said, so is this commonplace regarding the hiring practice, giving a general idea of what you're capable of when makes a reel? Yeah, until you're pretty much at the point where people kind of know what they're getting themselves into before they even hire you. Like, if you wanted to hire a certain composer, like let's say you are named Steven Spielberg and you want to hire this guy John to do your music for, I don't know, E.T. or Jurassic Park or something like that. And this guy John Williams is there and he says, yes, I'll do the music for this. But you kind of already know what to expect from Steven Spielberg and John Williams before you even get there. Like, he's not going to do I'll show you this one, for example. This would not be a John Williams typical score. Like, he's not electronic whatsoever, right? Now, on the other hand, something like this might fit him more. Star Wars. Yeah, you've heard of that movie, right? Series, I guess. Empire, literally now. Something like that would fit more in the wheelhouse of a composer like that. But until you're known for one style or another, people are going to ask you for, kind of like a portfolio of work that you've done. even if you come recommended from somebody else. And one beautiful thing for me to be able to kind of say now, well, who was your last audio director? John Romero. Like the John Romero? Yes. If I would like to get a recommendation from him, he can get a recommendation. If it's somebody that already knows him and they reach out, even better, because then it's like, yeah, this is the reference. Here's my reference, John Romero. Here's my other reference, Brenda Romero. Here's a reference from Roberta Williams. No problem. And then the same thing with Julia. She can do that now for games that she's worked on, besides the Crimson Diamond, because she's worked on now a number of games.
Yes, I think 3 that have been released now.
3 that have been released already. And probably, and that doesn't include the parallel video game art that you've done for like the Monkey Island book and stuff like that, then various other. What was the collage piece that you? And it wasn't a collage, but it was like a piece of almost CGA art.
Yes, that was for 1-900 Hot Dog. Their
you don't have
website.
That, do you? You can show it off.
Like I don't know how I would be able to show it.
You don't know how to screen share on here.
Yeah, I do. Actually, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I could easily find it and then I can screen share it.
Okay. We'll show that off.
Yeah. Let's see. I say that it's easy to find and I can never find anything. But
Anna, it's funny because we had neither of us had any other outside video game credits before this game, I don't believe. Did you have any credits before you started? Before we started streaming?
No.
I don't believe so either.
Nope.
So there you go. You watched all 3 hours of Julia's interview?
Oh,
nice. I have not watched it, but I did get to watch a little bit.
It's all good.
Yeah, Fractal Mind Mike is great. Yep. I mean, he's just a streamer that you should just watch, especially if you like any of what we do. He's 100%. Also a developer as well, although I don't think he does any commercial work. Or if he does, I'm not familiar with it, but he does show off game development from time to time on his streams. Or at least he used to. And he has a great collection, so there's a lot of good things about watching Fractal Mind Mike. He's also way more on it as far as like the what's the best word? As far as the intricacies of having Twitch set up the right way. As you can see, I don't even have any cool graphics or anything. I just got Julia and me plastered heads and then my cool composing screen.
I can't share my screen because the host has disabled participant screen sharing.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I look forward to the second 3 hours of the talk. Yeah. Right?
Well, I was invited back on. In fact, Mike said he would love to have you on to talk as well.
Me?
So yeah.
Oh God, poor guy. I'd feel sorry for him if he had to work with me.
You'd have a lot to talk about. Like you definitely know more about big boxes and games than I do.
Yeah, so. We would. I guess in that respect, we'd have a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah.
We'd.
Is the host going to enable screen sharing?
If the host can figure out how to enable screen sharing, he might.
Box off. I like that, Maximus. Yeah, you and Mike can have a box off.
Share screen. No, I don't want to share my screen. Security. Share screen. There you go.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay, so of course, as what often happens with this is that I couldn't find it on my own. I couldn't find it on my own machine, of course, but I did find it on the internet.
That's pretty cool.
This is 1-900 Hot Dog, so I can hopefully. Oh, can I? Yeah, there we go.
Make that larger.
Yeah, make it larger. This is the piece as was commissioned by them. 1-900 Hot Dog. A lot of people like from the old Cracked site. They founded their own website that's like a Patreon-based humor site. They have some free articles, I think, about every month or so, or every week they might have a free article. But then, for their Patreon, of course, is the bulk of their content. And I can say, like absolutely without any reservation that they're fantastic. I really, really admire their work and I think they're really funny. They also have a podcast for 100 Hot Dog. And yeah, they commissioned me to do this piece here. And it was my first CGA piece, and it's got like 25 of their most popular articles in there. And they were wonderful to work with. That was Robert Brockway, who was my contact on that. Really wonderful, wonderful folks on that. If you're at all a fan of humor on the internet, they're wonderful.
There's
So
humor on the internet?
no, they're not
Oh.
good. A lot of the stuff is really bad, isn't it? But they always are. They're pretty fair about like what they make fun of or what they poke fun at. It's very good stuff. So that was my first CGA commission, and I really love that
Nice.
challenge. Yes, 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 yes.
So, would it be very difficult to port the Crimson Diamond to CGA?
Oh my gosh.
Or is it just a palette switch? Or is
I
it, no,
I
right?
oh no, it would be extremely difficult. It's not set
Gotcha.
up the way the old stuff was set up, that's for sure.
Gotcha.
No. Yeah.
Al Lowe. Oh no, not Al Lowe's off humor. If you want Al Lowe's off humor, all you got to do is go to his Twitter. But yet, despite his off humor, I still hope to one day sit in with his big band if he's still doing
Oh,
it.
that'd be amazing.
And when
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
Seattle, maybe I'll be able to do that because he does have like an open. I think he has like an open
Oh,
rehearsal with his big
that's
band.
really cool.
Yeah.
You got to
Yep.
do that, Dan.
I've got to try, if nothing else. You know who else I should try to meet if they're still in town is the Williams.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
should definitely try to do that. Monochrome. Oh, that's an interesting question.
Yeah, I didn't know that Scum VM has some filters and things. I have
Ooh.
never tried to play with those, and I didn't know they existed until just
Ooh.
now. Yes.
And what's up, Phantom Fellows? You snuck in here. I didn't even see you. How's Phantom Fellows game dev going? I feel like we should just make some music with like.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes.
Whatever Dan wants to do, Dan can do. At the same time, I do know that piece, the something is missing piece.
Yep.
That you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much that needs to be done there. Like we could just overhaul that.
Something's missing.
Yeah,
Let's
that
see.
piece that you're like the instruments weren't correct, and then we played the VOD and like you said that's not correct either. But I think it was pretty.
No,
close.
that's just so the only thing I can save this. But the only thing that's so I'll tell you what this is. Basically, what this is it just needs to be needs to have the instruments dialed in.
Okay, and then it's all done.
Yeah,
is what you're
and then
saying.
it should
Okay.
be done.
Okay, so.
So I don't think it's that.
Okay.
Gonna be that fun. I think we should do something new.
Okay, let me
and I
take
think
a
we
look.
should just do something short and sweet.
Okay.
But I feel like doing some. Oh, you know what I also sent, by the way, in my reel?
What?
I sent the Halloween Twitter.
Oh, yay!
Which is actually
That
not
was
part of the
great.
game, but I
No.
did like the way that sounded. And that was an interesting episode in scoring because scoring with a super, super, super limited palette is a challenge, especially in today's world with all the plugins and things that I have access to at my fingertips. That's why the general MIDI composing was interesting to me. Oh, nice. Yeah, Phantom Fellows, good. Yeah, I mean, game development is no simple thing. No simple thing. I mean, I think I'm preaching to the choir here with Julia, but
oh my goodness,
it's taken a couple of years to get done.
Oh my goodness.
And we're not done.
No. Yeah, I've got a couple things. I mean, I'm just like looking through my list of things that if you wanted to try something new, I've got a couple suggestions of what we could try.
I think we need to make some music.
Yeah. Okay. So if you wanted to try something fresh, we don't have anything that is sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yes. We've done a lot of like tense things. We've done a lot of like commotion. We've done confrontation. We've done pursuit. We've done sad. We have not done sleepy.
Interesting.
And I can see two places that this would work, and at least two places where this would work. I mean, there's one part in the introductory sequence where it becomes later at night, and they're driving to the lodge, and everyone's getting sleepy, and everyone's falling asleep. And
Oh,
the
in the demo.
yeah, in the intro, like the ragtime doesn't really work there, and also there's another part that's later on in the game where there's like sleepiness involved.
Is there any way we could show off the beginning of that? We could view video maybe of that intro.
Yeah,
Video?
I have. Hold on, let me just. I will start up the game on my, and then I'll do a share screen, and then I can show what that is.
I think the thing is about to end, so you might have to leave and come right back.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna do a share screen. Oh no, hold on. Alt tab. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna do a share screen, and then I can run the intro, and I can show you the part that I mean. And then also, like I said, there's another part in the game, and this would work for, and at least one more part. Okay, so let me share screen. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, everyone can hear, hopefully, Dane's beautiful music?
No.
No?
I can't.
Okay, hold on.
So if I can't, nobody else can.
Okay.
I can hear your voice.
Dan, how about
though.
your side? You could just play. Oh wait.
I don't actually need the music.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to see the that particular section.
Okay. The problem is that this meeting is going to end in about a minute, so I'm going to need to come back.
So let's shut this down, and then I'll have you come right back.
Okay. You don't even have to shut it down. I'll just come back.
I have to shut it down, otherwise it'll end anyway.
Oh, you don't just stay on?
No, I have to shut it down and reopen it. It's
okay.
kind of silly.
Okay. I'll leave then, and then we can get this started again. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll bring Julia right back. There we go. Full screen, and she should be back within a jiffy. Oops. What did I do now? I broke the whole thing. There we go.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so you want to share that again?
Yes, I will share that again. And hold on, just started. And then so there's not going to be. Unfortunately, I don't think I can share the audio.
Yeah, we don't need the audio.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, specifically, I don't need the audio.
Okay, yeah, actually, you're right. Okay, hold on. So let me share screen. Okay, you're gonna have to enable share screen again.
I don't think I want to this time.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Okay, should be enabled now.
Fantastic. Okay, sharing screen. Share. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn down the music on my end because it's kind of throwing me off. Okay. Okay. So here's the intro. The ragtime works really well here. I mean, you can't really hear the ragtime, but there is ragtime here. It's very jaunty. And the ragtime, I feel like, is perfect for most of it.
The fish.
Yes, the famous fish.
It's even more famous now because there's so much less placeholder art.
This is true. Yeah, so we're actually coming up to, this is the one I'm working on right now.
Definite placeholder for the moment.
Yeah, in the art stream, this is what we've been working on. But yeah, the ragtime, the jaunty ragtime kind of works through all this. And you guys, I mentioned that there's that close-up of the table, and we could put stuff on the table that would need more detail. Like maybe the Dagger of Amon-Ra could be on that table. I don't know. But so here she goes. This, of course, more placeholder art. This isn't placeholder art anymore. This is the train, and it's good jaunty daytime traveling. What's that?
I said that was placeholder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hopefully it should be obvious.
Yeah, it should be easy to tell.
Yeah, it should be. Okay. Okay, then you meet Kimmy. Kimmy comes in. You guys have a still jaunty daytime. Exciting adventure.
Like there was an open, hold on a second. Pause it first. Just,
yeah.
There was an open seat with nobody in it, and she came and sat next to Nancy. What's that about, man?
What are you talking about? You know, people are friendly, like maybe
No,
you're
no, no,
not
no.
friendly, Dan.
I live in New York, and we ride the train, and if there's an empty seat and somebody comes and sits next to you, that's like, I don't know what kind of affront to your being that is, but that's jeez.
Okay, let me say, like
Yeah, this
maybe
is Canada. You're right about that.
maybe she
People are
saw a
friendly in Canada.
maybe she saw like a wet spot on the seat. You don't know. It's not. It's like
I
it's
do
pretty hard to.
know that art is pristine. I can see every pixel.
Maybe it smelled funny. You don't. Maybe there's a
The
weird smell
seat,
coming from.
the whole car would smell bad. Have you ever ridden a train before?
There's Dan punching holes. Punching holes. You know what? Well, maybe it is suspicious. I don't know. Let's
It's
leave it at
very
that.
suspicious. What? And we've never established what the ghost thingy is in the Halloween.
That's true. Also,
We don't know. We don't even know what that is. Is it a
no.
ghost? Is it a zombie? Is it a? It floats, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's probably got to be a ghost. I figure.
Okay. Moving on. Moving on.
Empty seat. Look at that.
Well, okay,
Look
maybe
at that.
maybe the guy is snoring in that other seat,
Oh,
right?
so the sound is going to be that much better. 2.5 feet
Well, you're across
difference.
the aisle, and also I don't know, maybe that woman is scolding that child, and Kimmy
A
felt that it
place
was
called a
awkward.
seat next to me, not the same seat I'm sitting in.
Maybe there was no room for her luggage on the other
Oh
rack
my
that we can't
gosh.
see.
No room at the inn.
I am coming up with all kinds of amazing, amazing reasons why
Not
this couldn't be.
placeholder art. Oh wait, placeholder art.
Okay, and yeah, we're back, and it's the train at night. This is still jaunty, jaunty ragtime. It's like, oh no, and things are going wrong. I mean, this doesn't have to be jaunty, but I don't care if it's jaunty. It's fine if it's jaunty.
Sure.
Jaunty, jaunty ragtime. Got this beautiful train pulling away.
Crimson, Ontario.
Yep. Okay, we have all this conversation, jaunty, jaunty. And I'll show you where the transition is here. It's coming up.
Yeah. Edenwaith just pointed something out. Hold on. Lots of empty seats.
Yeah,
and they're
but
still sitting next to each other.
Well, then it's just rude if you move after, because they've already become friends and talk to each other.
No, I don't think so. I think you better, yeah. Yeah. So Edenwaith's saying the last time you rode the L in Chicago, a particular order, try flying like on a 15-hour flight with a particular odor. That's the most fun.
Oh, geez.
That's the
Fesco
most
Broster
fun.
says, I love Nancy's Kermit arms going for the overhead storage. Exactly. She's like flailing wildly.
This isn't NYC, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Exactly. It's Crimson, Ontario. And where's she coming from?
She's
Toronto,
from
right?
Toronto. Yeah. Okay, so this is all still jaunty, jaunty. And then we're going to come up to a point where we exit this scene. Okay, and then it says your travel weary companions resist your attempts to chit chat. People are falling asleep, so it's becoming more quiet and peaceful
Yep.
as they're moving through
I'm
the
already
countryside.
getting a picture in my head.
Yeah, so this is where it's starting, and then it's he can't hear you anymore, so you're being quiet, and you pull up to this. You see the view of the house for the first time, and it's spectacular. Okay, pull in. You're here. Set the stage. Welcome to Crimson Lodge. Open up. I don't think it should be that ominous. Oh my goodness. And here, there's this, maybe it's a little cozy, sleepy, like this is the end of the night. Well, it's not really the end of the night, but it's the end of the sequence. And then, here you go to your room and everything, freshen up before dinner. So it's kind of like I don't know, totally sleepy, but just a slowing down of the ragtime to be like, okay, we had that peppy opening and now we're settling in, right? And there it is.
Okay, let's find a sound first.
And that's it. I don't know, I'm gonna sit down and then I'll quit. Okay. And that is my share screen done. That's a nice sound. Marimbas or something, maybe?
Yeah, what is this actually called? This is synth mallet, it says. But, everything's a synth on the MT-32.
Well, that's true. Maximus says should be a bit happy as well, like you found a place to stay. Yeah, like it's kind of like it's just a slowing down, like it's the day and the afternoon were like really frenetic and full of energy, and then you're moving through the night, coming up to this quiet place. It's kind of lullaby-like, yeah. Hmm.
I like that.
Ooh. That's very sweet.
This is in 3/4. That was interesting. Let's turn off the click for a second and see what that sounds like. Yeah, I'm gonna fix those mistakes, but I do appreciate that the mishit off notes kind of sound interesting.
It does indicate there might be something a bit off, which I kind of don't even mind. I think Havorius makes a very good point.
Yeah. Happy accident.
And this does have to loop because, as you saw, Dan, like there's a lot of dialogue boxes that have to be cleared through.
That's fine.
Yeah. And also, I figured that by this point, like if someone's been through the intro, like the ragtime would have been looping like quite a while.
Be insane.
Yeah.
18 minutes of the same ragtime.
Oh, Anna, you just came back as a different Anna. Did you come back as something else altogether? Oh, yes. Okay, gotcha. I'm not sure what you missed, Anna. It's basically like we're coming up with a piece that's going to break up the ragtime of the intro, and also I will use later because there is another scene where I'm gonna need this kind of a tone, and I'll be
this should loop,
fantastic.
even as it sits right now. Okay, there's something off right there.
What did you call this, by the way, so I can make a note of it in my Google
I called
Doc?
it Sleepy.
Okay.
Okay, I think we should just score it out.
Nice.
I like this, where it's at now. Okay, so we got that, 99. Now we need, not that.
Nice. That could be good.
So that's 32, so let's stick with that. And then let's go here. I don't hear anything.
The sound of silence?
That's John Cage thing for you. That was interesting. But I was thinking more like a bass or something.
The breathy organ's kind of nice.
The breathy organ?
Because we did use that before, I think, in the other cozy thing. That's soft. I like the softer one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. That's 65. Okay, I got some wrong notes in there, but we'll fix those. And then I want to do that twice there. That's wrong. Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe too much?
It's probably just too loud.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oops. So I think if this sound just gets turned down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you want to get some mileage out of this, what you could do is this. So instead of it looping there, it can loop here. So that'd double the time length.
Oh my goodness.
Does it need percussion?
I don't know.
Does percussion ever work when we try it?
Maybe once or twice. I don't mind the bongos. You know? I kind of like the bongo. I usually don't.
Okay, I think we're good there. Oh. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. So that's 8 notes. I like it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Just wondering if there's notes losing to the polyphony. Yeah, there are. That doesn't sound great. So that's not gonna work.
I think, like, I'm thinking, like, with this piece, it's almost like it's less bongo, more like, you know how there's an actual, in folk music, they've got like a wooden block type of thing?
That
Yeah,
kind of vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 ideas here. We could take this and put it on a different instrument. Whoops. This is percussion. This is gonna be different sound. Maybe we'll edit this part to have less notes. because it doesn't need as many. That'll probably work better. So let's hear that in context. This is what patch is this? 73 right now? I don't know if we want to keep that patch, but we'll... I feel like a different patch would actually be better. That's better. That's not better.
It's still a bit like taking up a lot of space, that particular instrument.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this.
Yeah, it's just better. There's more peaceful and more breathing room.
I like this a lot better.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Pascal says, so you mentioned that it's dropping notes due to polyphony. Yeah, it was. Partially because I use the sustain pedal, which I always forget to not use the sustain pedal because it just adds to the polyphony problem. Because you don't really have a lot of polyphony anyway. But yeah, that's just one of the many limitations of the MT32. The sound is one part of it. The polyphony is a big part of it. And you can hear it drops notes. Some composers didn't care. They just let notes drop. Other composers paid a lot of attention to it and tried to get creative ways around it. It's just not great. And nowadays, the amount of sounds you can put on a song, especially in electronic music, is absolutely ridiculous. And there's no real threat of losing polyphony. You could put, if you ever check out a composer, like some of the other composers, I should say, that do video game scores or scoring of any kind, they actually have like 400 or 500 track templates that they start with. I don't really do that. I will use a template, but only as far as a template for whatever it is that I'm working on, for whatever project I'm working on. I won't have a template that would work generally across multiple projects. But sometimes they're just doing mock-ups and then they're having orchestras re-record that stuff. So we can talk about that as well. But yeah, Pascal, no problem. I mean, that's part of this. I would say that the good portion of what we do on these streams at this point, you know, yes, it's advertising for the game, but really it's just educational content, I would call it, what we're doing, you know. Julia's there to answer questions about art and game development, game design, things like that. And then if you have any music questions, shoot them my way on Twitter or elsewhere. Discord, even though I barely know how to use that stuff. They're there. So I'm pretty happy with this. I want to take one last listen here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
And it's a minute and a half. It is a little on the repetitive side since it's just a direct repetition, but it's not too bad. And hopefully you're not going to be playing this section for that long.
No. I mean, it was like the part of the part of the intro, and then also it would be there's a brief interlude
minute
where I
or
think
two
it'd be
worth
really
of
nice.
dialogue, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, depending on how fast you read.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Let's go back to here.
It's another one I have to bug you about eventually giving to me, though. So that adds.
Yeah. Adds to the problems that you and I already have.
Yes, it does.
which are numerous.
No, too many.
Let me check out here and see, because I would like to thank everybody for coming, number one. And number two, we gotta rate up somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing what? Taco Adventure is playing the Black Cauldron. That's interesting.
Oh, he said it was hard. I saw that on Twitter.
It is a hard game. Yeah. I have a copy of it somewhere. Somewhere I have a copy of it. I know. But thank you guys all for coming. And please tune in next week where Julia will be doing an art stream continuing, I assume, the art museum.
Yes, yeah, the interior, the basement of the art museum is what we're going to work on. And then, of course, we'll move on to some Mortville Manor. I will be armed with a walkthrough.
Ooh, nice.
This time, yeah. Finally.
Police Quest 2, P.S. Garrick. Who's that? Let's research that guy. Or girl. I don't know. Oh, looked like several of them, actually. I like that. I like this Police Quest Driving Simulator Tuesday.
Oh my gosh.
I like it. I kind of like it. I like the sound of this. I'm still getting ads. I think we should raid them.
Sounds good. Thank you, everyone.
And I think it's them because it's several people. Let's see.
Awesome.
1, 2, 3. It's 3 people playing.
Whoa.
They're playing Police Quest 2. Yeah, I think that's great. Who said that? Mousimus?
Yes.
Who suggested it? No. Yeah, Mousimus. Good call, Mousimus. Let's go.
It takes that many people to drive in PQ2?
I don't know. Is there a driving thing in there? There is, right? Well, thank you guys all for coming, and we will see you very soon. P.S. If I spell it right.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Wonderful.
It didn't have driving. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, okay, did not. Okay.
I didn't think there was like too many arcade sequences in any of the Police Quest games, were there? Anyway, congratulations to Lori and Corey Cole and their whole team
Yes.
at Transolar for releasing Hero U Tilly's Tale today, if you guys weren't aware. And yeah, please tune in next week on Julia's stream, a Maple Mystery for the 0 people that don't already know that. And thank you guys all for coming, and let's rate it up.
Bye, guys.
Bye.